Hey everybody, it's Brandon from Fantastic Straight back with another video. And on this one, we're going to go from black to blonde on a natural pixie. So my client came in and sent me some inspiration pictures. She's a client. I've been doing her hair for a little while before, so this is my first time doing a color service on her, but I kind of know her hair and how it acts, so I know her hair would be able to take the lightener. So we're just going to cut it down first. There's no sense in keeping a whole bunch of hair on that. We're just going to end up cutting off in the end and wasting product on hair that we're going to just cut off. So I took a forward guard and put it on my clippers and cut it down. But honestly, we probably could have went just a little bit lower, but that's where we're starting out at. And then I'm going to cut her top with the shears. And just, oh yeah, I used the clippers. So this is a clipper over finger kind of technique. I learned it at a barber show. It's also a technique that I use when I'm trying to move kind of quickly. If I'm not trying to cut myself, like when I'm cutting kids and stuff that might be moving around, it's sometimes easier to use the clippers. But I went back in using the shears. So yeah, follow along, and I'll be back when there's something I need to tell you about. Okay, so now that I've gotten her haircut down, I went in with the K18 and just sprayed it all over her hair, just so we could get a little barrier and a bond builder on there before we start lightening process. And so I'm using the Blonde Solutions. I went in with the 35 volume. I was in one of their classes, and this is kind of the instructions that I got in the class. So that's what I'm doing. I have the 35 volume. I'm going in and just applying it. You want to just make sure that you are really saturating the hair really good. Going back in, making sure that there's no little spots is the worst to get done with the color service. And you see a little spot of orange or a spot of brown, it's terrible. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. I haven't been uploading that much, but I'm trying to get back on it. So please subscribe, like the video, so I can keep on uploading. But yeah, so like I said, I'm just making sure I saturate everything really well, going over the pieces like multiple times. I'm also not applying it directly to her scalp yet. I'm kind of letting the hair process a little bit, and then I'll go back in and apply it to her scalp. But like I said, I'm using the 35 volume, so it's pretty strong and moves pretty quickly. You can see her hair is kind of lifting already, turned into a brown color. Just making sure that I have everything nice and saturated, that there's no like open spaces or black spaces or anything like that, so that when I get done I can have a very even color. I'm used to applying relaxers, so this is kind of how I'm applying this. But yeah, so I've been getting a lot of new pixie clients. It's been something that I've been into a lot lately. I took a pixie class earlier this year in January, and ever since then I've been on it. I've been getting a lot of people who want natural pixies. This is my first time doing the like platinum pixie or lighting pixie because I didn't get her all the way up to platinum. We got her light, but not the platinum. So I'm just adding some foils, and I'm going to put a processing cap just so her hair can process and incubate. Alright, so I gotten that first process done. As you can see, it's really light. My camera light is super light, or the light on my camera is light, so you can barely even see the color because it's so bright. My bad, y'all. But yeah, so I'm going back in and applying a 20 volume. So I wiped off the liner that she had on already because you can do that with this product. And I'm going in with that 20 and just kind of like smoothing it in on the roots just to make sure that I have everything nice and saturated. But yeah, like I said, I'm kind of pulling some of that old liner off because it had processed for a while. You can see we got her up pretty light. Yeah, when I got in the camera, you can see a little bit better when I kind of block the light. So after getting that all processed, I did go in with the toner. I used the 11 PV from Matrix. I think the 11 PV was too light to use on her hair because I didn't get it up light enough. But I just didn't want it to tone it down too dark. But we're gonna do another process on her hair, so I'll definitely come back and show you the second process because I'm gonna get her up a little bit lighter, and the toner is gonna look even better. But this is where we got her. It's about 11, level, I'd say 9, 8, 9. Um, yeah, some places it's like a 10-ish, but really like an 8, 9, and we were really trying to get up to platinum. So I was a little bit disappointed, but she's cool. She knew that her hair is dark, so she was kind of expecting to have to do a couple processes. So that's great for both of us. So I molded her down, and then now I'm just going in and added some curls and just blowing out her hair basically, or smoothing out her hair. I really wish I would have blow dried her hair first, um, just because of the texture. I was thinking that with the hair being lightened, that it would smooth out a little bit easier than what it was. But I do wish that I had just either went in and kind of used my Marcel's and smoothed it out, or blown it out first and then went in and smoothed it out. But it came out looking nice though. Finished product.
I'm giving like auntie, rich auntie
It was
vibes.
okay. And you got the
So thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you go on and subscribe to the channel. Check out another video I have uploaded. I greatly appreciate it. Peace.